And we're live. Alright. Let's see how long it takes for people to arrive so I can explain what I'm doing tonight. I'll just go ahead and edit this while we're waiting. Alright. Looks like we got somebody. Alright. Good evening, good night, hello. So tonight we will be animating Jynxzi and Sketch from CaseOh's front group. And right now I'm just making a knockoff of Dunkin' Donuts coffee so that Jynxzi can hold it, and making a spin off of the name CaseOh, so CaseOh. I'm so silly. I'm not sure how I can do this. Efficiently, where I do this individually. Because I still want to slap it on the thing. Well, maybe I should actually just perhaps I should just turn it into a mesh. Perhaps, yes, no, I don't know. Oops. I want it slapped on there. With the edits and everything, of course. This is gonna take a while to readjust. You know what? I have an idea. How about I just simply convert it as a mesh and edit it from here, and then... Oh lord. That's a lot. Just lower the samples, please. And that's better. That's manageable. Okay, so I'm gonna convert this into a mesh, and then I'm gonna take these. And just play around with it. And perhaps I can just adjust this comma and just give it a curve. Oops. What is the cursor? Is it huge or small? Oh my, that's huge. There we go. For real? Come on. What's going on? Really? You know what? Alright, lift up. Lift. Twist. There we go. Then drop down. Drop! Here we go. And then we're gonna push this further, push this in so it's all snug. I mean, this looks like a cool logo for coffee. For CaseOh's brand. Very on brand. And then I'd like to have like a vertex paint thingy happen so that they can use the same material, but each letter would have a different color. So what I'm gonna do is gonna go to color attributes, put the check plus sign, and then I'm gonna go to vertex paint, and then I'm gonna go ahead and rip off the Dunkin' Donuts colors. Maybe make it a little more pastel. Perhaps that'll be not too on the nose, but that's what I'm going for. And for you to actually see what's going on, you go to attribute in the first setting in the viewport shading. So we have this now. vertex paint. And I'm gonna make this orange-ish. This is golden. Then I'm gonna check this little box so that we mask it so we don't affect the O. And then here we are. I feel like I should make it a little more saturated. And I think this is okay. Bam. There we go. And then, last but not least, we're gonna have to shrink wrap. I'm gonna shrink that wrap onto the cup. Oops. And then we're gonna make sure that it's outside, so whatever happens, you know, it's happening outside of the mesh, like that. Above surface, perhaps? No, nothing's happening, right? So I'm just testing out different kinds of effects. Okay. Alright, so at least it takes the shape. So once it takes the shape, perhaps I'll just push it outwards. Oh my gosh. Please work. There we go. Now unfortunately, because it's all triangles, I'll just go to edit mode and hit Alt J to, you know, get rid of the triangles, but that's not gonna cut it. So I'll have to remesh it either way, because this is just horrendous. So what I'm gonna do is probably remesh, if that's gonna be it. Okay, Blender is frozen now. Darn it. What is going on? Can't even hit escape to cancel the operation. Well, oh well. Please. My goodness. Well, I guess we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Let's make a poll while we wait. Who is your favorite streamer of the three? Sketch. There we go. And it's completely vanished. It's like dots, like it's a freaking cloud render or something. What in the world is happening? I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do to fix that. But I mean, I'm just gonna make sure that this is like over there. What if I do it inside instead? Maybe that'll conform to the shape better. Perhaps. Okay, this looks a little better. So I'm gonna apply that, push it outwards slightly. And then perhaps this will I have to... Ah! What is going on? Lord, help me. Okay. Nope. Nope. Well, this is retarded. Oh man, what is going on? Oh. Oh, oh. I didn't mean to do that. Please. Well, I don't think it matters because we're gonna have a solidify anyway. There we go. But I have to fix the flow of this thing because I don't like how like it's bumpy like this way. Flatten? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's more like it. There we go. And what else shall I do? Darn. Will this affect anything? Even though I barely touch these settings, they don't do much. Oh, but there's a thickness clamp. There's an angle clamp? Why can't I play with it? What if I wanted a specific angle to not have that? Oh, man, what is going on? Well, this is bugging me. There we go. That's better. I'm not sure what to do. Perhaps I should flatten it all together first. Flatten. Then we do this. Because the topology is garbage. Okay. Alright, so definitely right on brand with the Case's you know, branding, I suppose. Let's call this coffee label. And then this will be conform to color attribute. There we go. Woo. Then we'll just hide the roughness like this. Oh, should I make it a little metallic? Because I like how these colors are popping. I'm gonna make it slightly metallic. Why not? Alright, so I'm not convinced with the sharpness. Not sharpness, I mean the what was I gonna say? Solidify. Yes. Okay, so I'm trying to get somewhere for this. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't do the shrink wrap. Maybe just a simple deform. Just a simple deform to curve it. You know? Simple deform. Bend. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. There we go. Thank you. Whew. Crisis averted. just gonna make some minor adjustments because this is low poly anyway. So I mean, I don't think I should bother too much with the way that it looks. Except that, you know, I don't want to see the ugly shading effect that happens when it comes to you know, making it thicker. Or artifacts just like this, because this is silly. This is very silly. Is there not a clamp? Well, perhaps not. But I think this is good enough. Then just shove it in there. There we go. I think this is okay. Excellent. And when we hit render, this is what it should look like. I added for this coffee shader, there's plenty of things that I'd like to show off before I start animating Jynxzi in Sketch. So first things first, I added a bevel to this. So instead of having a bevel modifier here and it being actual geometry, I figured it'll look a lot cooler. Yeah, let me just turn this off. It'd be a lot cooler had I just plugged this in, a bevel node, into the normal, and it would look like there is a bevel. And I'm using this instead because I want to have this toy-like effect happening. So that's exactly what I did. And then I went ahead and added a subsurface scattering here, so that, you know, instead of it looking like a solid brick with just a little bit of transmission, we have a lot more of a visual interest with the coffee. And you can just change this however you please, like that, all that jazz. But just to make it realistic, I just made it look like actual freaking cup of coffee. Alright, so that's done. And then I figured that the transmission, like having it this way, was not enough. So what I did was I brought a light path node with the shadow right here, and then I put the IOR of like the glass shader or any other transparent shader that is not water, because water is 1.333, but glass is 1.45. Even though it's barely visible, I'm just gonna keep it at 14.145. So I plugged that here too, and then I played with these values because it plays with the whatchamacallit, the refraction, not the refraction, the reflection, I think. The caustic, I'm gonna call it caustic. Then I plugged it into the alpha, so it would look, you know, I'm playing with this part. That's why, because there's the shadow right there. This is the object itself, so I'm just gonna play with that. So that's what that does. And yeah, that basically covers the coffee part of this thingy. Alright, sweet. So we got our coffee done. CaseOh's coffee. I'm just gonna parent it real quick, and then we're done. So this is the coffee cup that Jynxzi will be holding. I also included more props into the scene. I included a banjo, you know, because where is CaseOh from? Wasn't he from Kansas or Louisiana? Hang on. Just to be correct, where is CaseOh from? No, Arkansas. I know there had a Kansas in there, but it's Arkansas. Alright, so we got the banjo here, and I built this stand by myself. This is basically a flower stem piece with a bar holder with a clip, a Lego hand, and a banjo. So that's what I did for this one. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I included spit for when CaseOh is calling Ted a bum. Here. There you go. They're teeny tiny. There you go. Very tiny. You could barely see it. Even in the render, you can barely see the spit. But it's there. Let me just turn on denoise maybe so you can see it faster. There we go. These small dots. I made them white instead of clear because I tried the clear shading, but it didn't turn out as good. You could barely see it, so I want to see, like, make it obvious, so I turned it into a white stud instead of a clear one. Okay. And then I also edited Dolores and Ted. So instead of them being separate pieces, I just went ahead and used the remesh modifier, so they all become like this one blob. But I baked the textures from the originals because they're minifigs, right? So I used the textures from the minifigs and applied it there, like I slapped it on there, and now they have this very toy-like effect where, you know, it's like they just popped out of mold, you know? So that's what I did with these, and I deliberately left it to where it's, you know, the texture is not clean, it's not crisp, it's messy, and it has a little bit of a wear from, you know, aging and stuff like that. So that's what I did. And I also want to show off the subsurface scattering because it's so cool. We got some light penetrating through the model. Instead of it looking like this, it looks like this. Same with Ted here. Instead of looking like this, it has more of a toy-like wax figure kind of feel to it. So that's what we have. All right. So let's see. All right. So we got CaseOh's coffee. It'll be held by Jynxzi. Alright, so let me just pose him real quick, because now we're getting into the animation aspect. Yeah, let's save. And then I'm gonna just simply hide everything. Where is the coffee? Hello? Where was this? Oh, come on. I don't want it to be there. Hold on, no. There we go. Now hide everything. Awesome. So now I'm gonna use a constraint. And this will be a child of, let's see. I'm gonna put it in this hand. This is called what? Oops. Ah. This is called, oh, obviously, left hand. Some rings are different, like, spare me. Left hand. And of course, because it's trying to conform to the 000 kind of placement. So I'm just gonna reset everything. So now it's like that. Wait, what happened here? Anyway. So to pose them accordingly. What in the world happened there? I have no idea. But we're just gonna raise this like that. And then wait, this lays on top of the hand, doesn't it? Let's see the pole. Looks like Case is more popular than his friends. Interesting. I think Sketch is pretty funny himself as well. Like he can be. This is 180, thank you. And we're just gonna place it right there. Alright, so because this is a little jarring to see, because it's, you know, it's not showing off as it's actually a coffee cup. I used a crystal piece to, you know, mimic a spill or a splash. So right now I'm just gonna hide it. I'm just gonna scale it down to 0 and then bring this down so that this closes. This is just, you know, held by constraint, so they're not parented or anything. Let's see. So this will be 0. So it just simply looks like this. There we go. So Jynxzi has his coffee. Alright. And he comes in when Kitty is playing with the arm ball. And since she's in the way, like they cross paths here. So the arm ball is heading towards Jynxzi's way, and he almost trips on it. So that's why I'm just like having him go like, oh! And from here, we're gonna have the coffee cup with the spill out. And it won't spill anywhere. He's just gonna have this, you know, close call moment, and then sit down on the couch and joins Sketch. So now what we need to do is to plot out our animation. We can do that by having breakdowns. Well, not breakdowns, they're called blocking. So this is a blocking stage. The blocking stage is pretty much you planning out your animation. So what you do is you plot out the key moments of the animation, and then you put the in-betweeners, and when you finish that, that is when you polish everything so things look smoother and more legible, you know? So this is what I would call a layout. A layout is pretty much, you know, giving an idea of what things are gonna happen in the shot. So for example, the layout is as so that Jynxzi is entering the room. He has this moment where he has this coffee spill close call thingy, recovers, and then takes a seat on the couch. Okay? So that is the layout. Now the blocking is adding more. So you have more information, like more visual interests and more, you know, whatever, what have you, so that you could understand what is going on in the scene. So I'm just gonna push this farther, like so. But I'm just gonna turn this because it's moving where, on which axis? Z or Y? No, Y. Okay, so we're gonna go find our location, and then hit linear, so it looks like this. So when it comes to animating a walk cycle or animating a run or something, just know that, you know, it's always gonna be constant. It's always gonna be linear if you're walking on the same speed. That is talking about like walking on the same pace, on the same speed and everything. If you are, you know, you're bolting faster, like sprinting, of course this is bound to change depending on what you're trying to achieve. But that's just the gist of it. All right, so we will not rotate. We're just gonna keep on, you know, playing with the locations for this main controller. So I'm just gonna lock everything like that. If it's also possible that I could lock these, that'd be blissful. Apparently I can't. Don't know why. I must override it, but that's fine. Okay.
I hate you and I hate.
But I'm not sure what happened there. Why is it rotated like this? Oh wait, that's it. That's just it. Okay, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Alright. Sweet. Oh, okay, okay. I just messed up with this. I messed around with that one. Wait, what? Man, I'm confused. What's going on? Oh, I deleted the rotation. That's what. I deleted the Y rotation. My bad. Okay. Now we can do whatever we want. Sweet. Okay. I need to have a drink. My voice is raspy. My apologies.
I hate you and I hate everything about you. I hate you and I.
So I think from this moment on, he might speed up. So that is when I add another keyframe, then I amp this up upwards so that it has a higher value in lesser time. Like that. Then I'm gonna set another keyframe, and from there, you could slow it back down. Like that.
I hate everything about you. That's why
And then I'll adjust everything later. I think he could stop there, but we'll tweak the timing, of course. So now I'm just gonna, you know, remove the rotation. Honestly, I'll just keyframe the location and rotation. So what is moving? The locations, right? Let me just delete these keyframes. Okay. Let me just hide the house so that we only have the guys. Alright.
I hate you and I hate everything about you.
Now, before we jump the gun and, you know, have this happen, I'm just gonna simply animate a walk cycle up until here. I'm not sure if I can annotate in the graph editor, but yeah, we can. Anyway, that's fine. What we're gonna do is animate the walk cycle first, and then we can deal with everything else. Alright, so let me just take this coffee off of the mini set and place it outside. Maybe I can't put it into Jynxzi's folder, so I'll just put it outside. Okay, so before we get ahead of ourselves and have this happen, up until here, that is when I'll have the walk cycle. So let's just do that. How do we do a Lego walk cycle? So before anything happens at all, like the good animator that you are, pull up a reference. Be it a reference from the indie filmmakers who started this all before the Lego movie, where they've started it all with stop motion. You can look that up, or you could just simply cheat and pull off of the Lego movies, be it the Batman and Jaga or the Emmett storyline, what have you. Just find a reference. That's all we need. Okay, so right now I'm gonna look up. Perhaps I'll look up the Batman walk cycle, like the Batman Lego movie, because I think they were walking in the Batcave the longest. I mean, they weren't walking everywhere. I'm just saying, like in a linear space, in a linear shot. So let's say, let's find a reference. Where he's walking down with Robin, and that's when he was like picking out the outfits. Let's see. So far, it's like a moonwalk. So first things first, let's find our initial walking pose, because I'm looking at the reference right now and it doesn't seem to be any different from a regular like humanoid, like normal rig walk cycle. So it's gonna be like him moonwalking or something. So first things first, heel contacts the ground, other, the toe touches the ground. So we have 2 contact points. All right, we're learning Lego walk cycles right now. Okay, so 2 contact points. Let's just hide everything except those, just so we can have more for just clarity. Oops, including the rig. We don't want to hide that. Okay, so there we go. Contact points. Heel, toe. Okay? Heel and toe. Hi, Oreo. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Alright. 2 contact points. This and this. Heel, toe. They contact. Okay? Next thing is the passing pose. So I'm gonna keyframe the legs. I'm gonna select these 2. Whoops. K and location. Next thing. Let me just hide the main thingy because we don't want to see that. We don't want it to happen, at least. Not yet. So, contact points, done. Then, next thing is passing. So, on the next frame, I'm just gonna place this in the center. And this raises. Like this. Okay. And then we keyframe again. Location. Another pose. It's gonna be this. Oh, because it's Lego, it's very limiting. So it seems that this is the only way we can do this. Because we have skipped like a whole other pose that is needed in between these 2. So let's just observe the Lego reference again. so we can see frame by frame what we can do to troubleshoot the problem. And since it's animated on 2s, it's gonna be so much simpler to see the motion a lot easier. And also, we will have to eventually move this. Look at him, he's bouncing. Woo! Bouncy castle. Actually, I think this is possible. Let's just do it. It is possible. It is possible. We have to lift this. Because, of course, naturally, when you're walking, your hips are also moving. So, like that. And then this will go like that. This will go like this. And this will be raised up. Like so. And since this is in the air, this is the only one that has contact. Okay? Just to keep in mind. Alright, walk cycle. Heel touches, right? Then it carries over to heel and toe. Okay? Then when it comes to the leg, this leg, to pass, so it can take the next step, right? It's still in the air, but this remains in contact. The toe is touching, or at least like the ball of the leg up to your toe. Okay? And then lastly, it would be just the toe that touches the ground. And I'll have to adjust this hip control so I can show you. This will have to go down and touch the ground. And this will be in the air. So we'll have to make it more obvious. Alright? So that's done. And then finally, it takes on this pose, but on the other leg. So it goes like this. And this, like this. We're just gonna make sure that this is where it's supposed to. Like that. Alright. Now, from what I'm seeing in the reference, it seems to me that aside from this happening, the Lego itself, this is moving. So that is also something to consider. This will go backwards a little, slightly. This will be in the center. And because this has contact, we're gonna bring it down very slightly. Let's frame our thingy. Frame select, thank you. This will remain the same. Alright, so I'm just gonna copy this one. Alright, now this is impossible. We can't do frame by frame just like that after every frame. That's not how it works. But at least we're just trying to visualize the keyframes, because that's, or visualize the main key poses before we do the in-betweens. So we can also utilize this, which is a pivot control, and it's provided by this rig. So you can do this before the contact happens. like this. Like that. And then we're just gonna keyframe. And then contact. I don't know what made it jump like that. Because it's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. I think I pivoted this a little too much. But it's only a rotation thingy. But it's pivoting over on this leg, unfortunately, and not the other one. So, and I have no idea how to unlock it because I linked the rig instead of importing it here straight up. And the reason why I link before I even, you know, or instead of importing is because if you made changes to the original file, it'll, you know, it'll ripple in the other files that this model happens to be linked from, if that makes sense. But, okay. We can just push this in. Like that. Why? Hello. Is this animation? Yes, it is. We are breaking down how to create a Lego walk cycle. Okay. So we are working with one leg right now before we adjust this. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Heel, toe, contact on the ground. Contact point. Okay? Then we have a passing sort of phase. So we will raise this up so that it doesn't clip into the ground. And because this was back there, we're just gonna push this back so that it lifts off of the ground so this leg can take the next step. Okay? And then finally, we'll have all of them, well, all of this leg will be planted on the ground. So it looks like this. Like that. And then this passes like it, I don't know, it's lifted up here. All right, thank you for the emojis. All right, let's see who's, ooh, Sketch has come second place next to Case in the poll. Okay, nice. All right, so since this is Lego, is very limiting, there are no knees, what we can do to lift this is to pivot. Like that. There we go. And it's back to 0 at this point. So it looks like that. And then this will go that way, outwards, because it's taken the next step. And then we can bring this back, but we will still have to keep this this lean going on, so it'll be like that. Maybe, hang on, let me just adjust this. Like that. So you see him like leaning. Oops, wrong keyframe. Yeah, so it goes from straight up, straight ahead like this, to leaning sideways like that. And because this is still contacting the ground, we're just gonna bring it up, but it's still somewhat leaning. It's not 100% on the ground. And then this one, this next pose, that's when we do it. Alright, so what now? Passing, pass, pose, and then this is still contact. This is passing, and then let's see. Now this will try to come down after being passed, so we're just gonna plop them down on the ground again, and now this will have contact on the ground, and this, the tippy toes, will only be in touch like that. Now I want to make it a little more obvious, so I'll probably just raise this up a little like that. Thank you for all the love in the chat. I appreciate you. Now, at this point, Jynxzi has only taken one single step. Now off to the next one. What will we do? We will do the same. We will do the absolute same. Okay? So, I think with this simple rig, we could just copy and paste, but in the opposite way. But I don't think it'll work the way I want it to, because it'll have different values, but we will try it. So this is over there, right? This is over there. So perhaps I can just copy what's after here and then do the same thing here. Okay, so one frame over, paste. It worked. It worked. Let me join in on the love. Here you go, have some hearts. There we go. Okay. So it worked. It worked, it worked. Alright, so for this one, we'll do the same thing. We'll copy from this one. Copy and paste it over here after one frame. There we go. Now what's different is that we're gonna pivot the other way. So where's the passing one? Oh yeah, of course, don't forget to raise this. Oh no, I didn't mean to render. Okay. Raise this up. Plant it down to the ground. Pivot. This, there we go. Plop down. I'm not sure what has changed over there, but I hope it's not bad. Alright. Bring this down a little. And down. Plop down. So it's like this. Alright, so now he has taken 2 steps. Okay, so because in stop motion animation they animate on 2s. So what does that mean? So that means that every pose is duplicated in 2 frames, so that you have the same drawing twice happening at, you know, after one after the other before the next pose happens. And that happens just because our frame rate is at 24, so it's like doubling. If it were 12, that is when you can easily just do this frame by frame. But because this is at 24, we multiply by 2. Because 12 times 2 is 24. So we will have to double our animation when it comes to making these. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna select all of my controls that I used for the walk cycle, and then I'm just gonna simply push it out one more frame so that it has a wider kind of thing happening. Let's see, like this. Now normally with Blender you will find the keyframes here. This is called the graph editor, by the way. You will find them more curved instead of blocky like this, and that's because I turned it from Bezier like that to constant, so it emulates this stop motion thing. So there you go, you have a walk cycle. There you go. Now, for it to be, you know, more doable, what we're gonna do is we're gonna up until where? Up until here. Okay, so we're gonna have to repeat the walk cycle up to frame 387 because we started at 340. We're gonna have to stop here. So we're gonna have to copy and paste. Now I think this can be done with an offset. So an offset is basically pushing it away, like, so it doesn't have to be in sync, so it doesn't feel like robotic. So what I can do is just push it just a little like this, so when he's like rotating like that, it'll be like an aftermath of shifting that weight like that. But of course this is a mess. So because I want him to walk a little slower, instead of 2 frames, I'm gonna make it 3. Perhaps 3 is gonna work. So I'm just gonna undo the rotation thing because I'm just gonna make sure that everything is on point before we do anything else. Alright, so that's 2 frames. I'm gonna make it 3 instead and see what happens, because I'm pretty sure he's going to walk a lot slower. Alright, so we're just gonna select each of these frames and just push it 1 frame out. So you have something like this instead. Now, I think that this leg is looking better than this leg for some reason. I don't know why that is, but we will have to fix it. But for now, we're gonna pause it. We're gonna disable the animation on that leg so we can see what's going on. Like that. So it's paused. We didn't delete anything, it's just paused. Alright, so I'm gonna keep looking at my reference. You can even look up a tutorial like for example, a Lego walk cycle, you know, for example. Okay? And you'll simply just look over and see what happens. So what will happen is that according to this tutorial, the arms is gonna move, the legs obviously are gonna be moving like this, and then the upper body is probably gonna pivot or go back and forth because we want to give the illusion that a Lego minifigure can have some weight, which they actually do physically, like realistically they do have some weight. Actually, let's look up the weight of the minifigure. How much does a minifigure weigh? Lego minifigure weight. So the weight is no, that's a brick. No, we're looking for a minifigure. Whoops, that's not what I'm looking for. So the minifigure weighs about 3 grams. So that's very, very, very small. That's literally weightless. Only 3 grams. Only a weight a certain someone could aspire to. Well, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alright, so it looks like Lego walk cycles are animated in 6 frames. Only 6 frames, like 6 poses. How many do I have already? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. 6. Well, I made it in 6 frames. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Alright. According to the poll, Jynxzi is the least favorite. I wonder why. What has Jynxzi ever done to you guys? Maybe you guys don't watch him, which is fine. I don't watch him either, but I only watch Case. Anywho. Let's check it out. Where is the walk cycle? And what is going on? Can I please watch it? There we go. That's more like it. I found it. I found a good one. Alright, so they seem to have started with... Oh, hold up. Alright, so they seem to have started with this pose. So we're just gonna follow the tutorial. And there's no shame in following tutorials at all if you're trying to understand how things work, how things move. Because at the end of the day, that's what animation is all about anyway. Animation is about observing life. Because you are trying to mimic life. You're trying to emulate life. But in art form. So that is exactly what animation is. So there's no shame in, you know, using a reference or using a tutorial to try to understand how things work at all. So, you know, just a, you know, piece of advice. Alright, see ya, man. Okay, so that is okay. You used your reference. Now, I am only using a tutorial because I did not animate a walk cycle for Case. He's just moving in place where he always has been, while he's yelling at Ted and Dolores. But again, here we go. We're gonna study a walk cycle. Alright, so the next pose, or the next key pose, will be hang on, let me just show it here instead. Next key pose would be this, place it on the ground like I did, and then this will go out backwards like that.
Slight frame when his foot comes back down to the stud. You're also going to tilt his body back slightly.
Because that is when this is in touch and the back is tilted slightly like he said. This will be the same.
As well as bring his arms in.
And this will go that way. And I'm just gonna bring this inwards so it looks a lot more natural. I'm gonna just like probably bring this slightly outwards from the body. Okay. And of course, this is not gonna be like that's just gonna be in the center because we are following the hand. Okay. Like that. And of course, this will be out realistically, but this, you know, this will be, it would be swinging had he not been, you know, had he, you know, not been holding this coffee for a while now. But all this is gonna do is just gonna bounce up and down, because he's trying to keep balance of the coffee cup so it doesn't spill. So like try to have an imaginary like horizon line and just try to keep it balanced because that's what is going to happen. Okay, sweet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right.
Frame when his foot comes back down to the stud, you're also going to tilt his body back slightly, as well as bring in just arms completely down.
And then apparently this also stands in the same pose as this one, which is bizarre because realistically in other rigs and in real life, when you're trying to walk, these two won't be standing next to each other because it'll only be like in passing like this. But because this is Lego and it's walking over studs and is trying to, you know, maintain the position where that foot is landing on a stud, of course things are going to be very different. Their rules will be broken to adhere to the Lego minifigure.
And tilt his body forward just a little bit, as you can see, to his side way. Next frame, you're going to bring that left foot in just a little bit at his back.
And then
Right arm, now you're back on the forward, come up into that figure. Show you guys.
so we definitely are moving the other leg.
So first you're going to start.
Okay, which one did we start with? We started with this one, yeah? No. Well,
Forward. You're standing
goodness.
tilting his body.
What is going on? I did it all wrong. I mean, I didn't really do it wrong. It's just I did it differently. Wait, what happened to the other pose? Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Well, it looks like we are restarting. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, I'm gonna move this leg. I'm gonna move this leg. This leg, just so we can follow exactly the dude.
Come up in between the studs where he's kind of just a little more. I'll move his arms out a little more as well. Now on the neck board, you're up the little foot as well as bring his arms.
All right, so we're gonna skip 2 frames. And on this one, this will be planted. And this will be pushed back.
A little bit more, but not all the way. Next frame, you're going to bring that left foot in, bring and just a little bit also out a little more as well. Now in the next frame, when his foot comes back down to the stud, you're also going to tilt his body back slightly.
And we're gonna tilt this back slightly, like I said.
But not all the way. Next frame, you're going to bring that left foot in, bring his arm.
We're gonna bring the left foot in again. Apparently.
Arms completely down to his sides and tilt his body forward just a little bit, as you can see. Now you're going to move the left leg forward, so that means the left arm goes back and the right arm goes forward, and you will tilt his body forward again on this frame as well. And then you just bring him back up in between the 2 studs
Okay.
and repeat the process after that.
All right. I think
Now let's take another
right after this pose, that's when you have 2 contact points, like how I demonstrated, but it's gonna be at a very close proximity instead of a wider kind of opening. It's gonna be at a very narrow opening.
frame by frame. Thank you guys.
All right, so for example,
Show you guys frame by frame just with his arms down. So I'm
which ones were the ones we skipped?
frame, you're gonna move him up in between the
Move them up and in between. Probably like bring this down. Or maybe no. What is going on? Why am I overriding things? I don't mean to override them. That's when we do it. There we go. Up. And instead of using the body, I'm just gonna do it this way. Because I don't want him to move outside of the circle. I just want him to be static. And by that I mean like him moving in place instead of moving this entire controller. Or not moving this entire controller, because this will move anyway. I mean him outside of it. Okay, so it's gonna look like that.
move his arms just a little more on this frame as well. Next you're gonna move
Bring him back.
a little more in between the 2 studs and move his arms out a little more as well. Now in the next frame, when his foot comes back down to the stud, you're also gonna tilt his body back.
Let's make it 2 degrees instead of just 4. I think that's a little much.
Next frame, you're gonna bring that left.
And that is when the leg is almost in contact. So it goes like this. And then body goes that way. Or backwards. I'm not sure. Let's see.
And from this sticky frame,
Oh, okay. I see. So this is forward. Maybe this will be at 0 and this will be at 2 degrees. Maybe a little more. Like that. So now that's planted. It'll be just like this.
between the studs where he's kind
Because something is a little off.
I use sticky tack to keep him balanced. You're also going to move his arms just a little more on this frame as well. Next, you're going to move him forward just a little more in between the 2 studs and move his arms out a little more as well. Now, in the next frame, when his foot comes back down to the stud, you're also going to tilt his body back slightly, as well as bring his arms in just a little bit more, but not all the way. Next frame, you're going to bring that left foot in, bring his arms completely down to his side, and tilt his body forward just a little bit, as you can see. Next frame,
Am I doing this wrong or something? What is going on? Hello. Hi, Oreo. Come back.
you're going to bring that left foot completely down
Left
to
foot
his side
in.
and tilt his
Okay.
body forward.
What? How did the song go? Right foot up, left foot slide. No Drake standing here. They not like us, man. Oh, one second. I would rather just look at a diagram instead of following a video because now I'm a little confused. What is going on? There we go. This is a lot clearer. Sheesh. Alright, all I have to do is copy the poses. Okay, so we started with this one. It is tilting forward a little. Yes, we got that down. Alright, and then apparently this protrudes. Oh, okay. I see what this is. I see what this is. Like that. And this will be planted on the ground. So I'll go back. This is down, plant. Forward a little bit. Like that, there we go. And apparently on the next one, this is next to each other. This is static, so he's standing. Next one. He's just taking the next step. Like so. And then next pose will be like this. Up. Oh. Bring it. Like that. Bring it down. Like so. And then plant. Plant this downwards. And this kicks out. There we go. And then we repeat. This will be brought back in the middle. And then 2 frames. That is when this is stationary. Like that. And then we'll have to repeat. Okay, so we are finished with our walk cycle, I believe. So let's see what happens. Let's take all this and copy. Okay, looks pretty okay, but it's a little too fast because it's at 24 frames a second. So what we'll do is double it, like I showed before. And just wait, I did do this properly. Let's restart. There we go. This way, move over. So it's 2 frames. Oh, thank you. There we go. So now it'll look just like this.
I hate you when
Like that.
I hate you. I hate you when I hate you when I.
And then I'm gonna repeat the same thing over here.
Hate you when I hate
like that. So now it should look like this. Let me just check these.
eyes on.
Where is the thingy? What happened to this controller? Oh, wait, what? Why is that over there? Oh, I think I did the walk cycle earlier. Alright, 1 second. I should have started here then. I think.
Hate everything about you.
No. Incorrect. Oh, it's fine. Linear. There we go.
I hate you.
It should look like this.
Eyes on. I hate you and I hate eyes on. I hate you and I hate eyes on. I hate you eyes on. I hate you and I hate eyes on. I hate you and I hate eyes on. I hate you and I eyes on. I hate on.
Alright, so what will happen is there's a lot of sliding and the speed doesn't seem to match up with it. So what happens with the passing, since it's going forwards and backwards, when the leg is in contact with the ground, that is when we have to make it linear. Okay, so like from here to there, this will have to be linear. So it looks like this. So it cancels out. So see the difference here? This looks like it's sliding. This one looks like it's sliding. This one looks like it's planted. So whenever there's a contact frame, that is when we have to change it from Bezier or what you call it? Constant. We have to change. Okay, so from here to there. Again, go linear. So you avoid sliding. So that fixes the sliding problem, but the speed, we'll get to that later. So let's see. Okay, delete these two. This is linear, so now it looks like this. Now it looks like this. Linear. There we go.
I hate you and I hate
Linear.
you and I hate.
There we go. So now it should fix the sliding problem.
I hate.
There we go. It looks more realistic.
I hate you.
Now, of course, he's just walking on air. So let's just bring back everything and see what happens.
When I hate
Now, of course, nothing will be visible because of the couch, because of the chair. But let me just hide the chair itself and see what happens. Okay.
I hate you and I hate.
There we go.
Eyes on. I hate you and I hate. Eyes on. I hate you and I hate. Eyes on.
All right. So, because it's a little redundant, so let me just show you what I have so far, in case you're new here. We've streamed a lot in the past several weeks, and I'd like to show off what I have so far so that we have an idea of what you will see in the final product, and you won't be bored with the details of animation if you're not into animation. At least you're just watching the process of how I do things. So here we go. Ready for the big screen time? All right. And action.
You might be the biggest bum I've ever laid eyes on. I hate you and I hate everything about you. That's why Dolores has been cheating on you for 3 straight years. That's why Timmy has red hair. You're nothing but a failure and a bum. Everybody hates you. You're good at nothing. You're the reason why we let you die every single run. You are terrible, and we will never get this world record because of you, because you are a disgusting human being, and you deserve nothing nice. I literally sent this guy with a gas mask, a briefcase, and a map. I set him up for the most success you could ever imagine, and he comes back, breaks the mask, breaks the map, and comes back with 2 daughters!
And that's it. And that is the animation. It is in total of a minute 10. Because it's based off of a short that he made. Alright, so... Ooh, looks like sketches climbing up the charts in the poll. 60% rating for sketch, 40% for CaseOh for Jynxzi. Huh. Very interesting choices. Very interesting. Alright, so that is what we have so far.
You might be the biggest bum I've ever laid eyes on. I hate you.
Oh, Jynxzi's a ghost. Not anymore.
I hate
Also, in case you didn't notice, this is Kitty. This is Case's cat. I just made sure to add all the possible references of the CaseOh verse.
bum I've ever laid eyes on. I hate you and I hate everything about you. That's why Dolores has been cheating on you for 3 straight years. That's why Timmy has red hair. You're nothing but a failure and a bum. Everybody hates you. You're good at nothing. You're the reason why we let you die every single run. You are terrible, and we will never get this world record because of you, because you are a disgusting human being, and you deserve nothing nice. I literally sent this guy with a gas mask, a briefcase, and a map. I set him up for the most success you could ever imagine, and he comes back, breaks the mask, breaks the map, and comes back with 2 daughters!
And then once he says with 2 waters, with those water bottles, I intend to bring in the table into Unreal Engine, use the physics simulator over there, bring it back over here, and then render it because, you know, Case just breaks the table. Like that. Alright. So yeah. That is what we have. Let's see, what else can we show off since we're here? Like a hidden detail. I would say a hidden detail would be the TV and this console, which is bizarre that they're not showing up, but this is like an LED light, so like if it's dark you'll be able to see it better, but in this shot it's not. Oops, and it's a mirror. So let's bring in the lights just to show you. So this is what it's supposed to look like. This lights up. It's supposed to be brighter, but it looks like this. Ooh, very fancy. And also, you know, if you want to geek out over details, the glass has fingerprints on them, so it looks like somebody touched these and placed them where they are. So I just needed to include something like that in here, so I can just, you know, reveal that this, you know, has detail. You can even turn off the light so you can see it better, but that's pretty much it. This is a mirror. This is a radio. Okay, and of course this is a TV that unfortunately, sadly, it's not, you know, it's not obvious. So let me just show you what it looks like. I also watched the tutorial to build this thing, and it's pretty simple, not gonna lie. And some things are hidden because while I was importing the models, it was wonky. So that's just what I have so far. This is a TV with the console. I intended for this to fall over because of Case's impact with the table, but since this is not visible, you won't be able to see a thing because of the camera placement, and I don't really intend to change the last shot because you need to see what Case has done and stuff like that in relation to the shot. And another single detail that I also included is this little rig controls only his hair and his hoodie. So whenever I feel like he is going to be a little extra with his emotions towards Ted and Dolores, this can move. Like he will be like shoving his hand off of his face, like he's shoving his hair off of his face, so this moves and goes back to where it's supposed to be. So that's a pretty neat little detail that I included. The 60 seconds med kit is just a brick, a 1x1 Lego piece with a cross on it. This one is teeny tiny. Realistically, that's not the size at all. I manipulated some sizes so I can fit it where I want it to, so it's not really conforming to the Lego sizes 100% because I just wanted to add a little bit of, you know, of my own flares. These are the water bottles that is in the game, and this is what it looks like in the render form. It's made up of glass with a little bit of smudge and smidges because of you know, our big hands touching things. Okay, very shiny. This is the soup. This is the tomato soup that's in the game as well. It has fingerprints on it to indicate that how small it is, and you know, an actual person placed this, which is pretty cool. The map is not exactly the same replica from the game. I just found one that, well, actually no, I did. This is from the game. This is from the game. I made sure that I went to the Wikia page to find it, and I pasted it here. I tried to conform this bunker to how Case's run was going, and I couldn't really see much because it was a short at the time. I couldn't see, there was no full video, full stream of this when it happened because I looked for it, I swear. I couldn't find it. So I'm assuming that it was a short, it was a highlight that he uploaded before the actual stream. So that's what happened. But that's what he had. He only had an open can of soup, and just a singular closed one, 2 water bottles, a shotgun. The fan is still moving and everything. And Ted is just, well, he in the game, in the footage, he was miserable. Like he had a beard and everything, but didn't think I wanted to do that for him right now. I think if he was just squeaky clean, it would add to the humor that, you know, he's a bum and he doesn't do anything, so he's intact. He is not suffering as much as Timmy or Mary Jane. So this is a PlayStation 5. This is a PS5 made up of a Lego book utensil or book prop. It's just that the difference is that I just altered the pages and I just moved it upward, skewed the base, so it looks like an actual PS5 console. And that's why I also included the controllers. Alright, another hidden detail. The lampshade is made up of these pieces. This is glass as well, and it also has a little lamp. It shines. This is nice and pretty. And it has a lampshade. So it looks like this. And it also shines from beneath. Isn't that cool? Alright, banjo. We have a banjo over here. You know, very fitting of, you know, the CaseOh verse. I'm not sure what to do about this part, but I don't think it matters. It's not that important to see. But in different circumstances, it would be important. Okay. So that is that. So I think I'm just gonna end the stream right here. It's been an hour, 36 minutes. I'm glad that you guys partook in the poll. Thank you for your votes. Thank you for your voting. Thank you for your votes. Appreciate it. Thank you. And that'll conclude it. That'll be it for tonight's stream, honestly. I'll just work behind the scenes to work on this walk cycle, troubleshoot some issues that is common, but we will get it working and then it'll all be done. This project will be just finished and ready for uploading. Alright, so I will see you on the next stream. It's been fun, and I hope to see you on the next one. Alrighty then, take care and have a good night.